In this video, I'm going to be talking about regarding the issues I've been having with CarPlay, specifically wireless CarPlay. Although I do have friends and family members that have told me that they have had similar issues after I mentioned them with their Android counterparts. So let's get to it. Okay, just to give a little backstory, Apple introduced CarPlay in 2014. So next year, it'll be the 10th anniversary of Apple CarPlay. And while it has had added features and some facelifts, to be honest, the problems are so persistent that at this point, I don't know about everybody else, but at least in my opinion, I want more reliability and dependability more than the facelift and the changes that you do. Don't change anything else. Just give us a little bit more reliability. I know it is not just in Apple's hands. So this video is for Apple and those car stereo manufacturers, either third party or the ones that are in the vehicles themselves, so they can step up and let's make this connectivity what it really should be. I'm going to mention some other issues, but the full rant is going to be regarding specifically the wireless portion of the CarPlay. The first issue that Apple had with the wireless CarPlay, and I'm sure Android is the same issue, was compatibility issues. First, at the beginning, almost no car had the option for CarPlay or Android Auto. There's still a lot of cars that don't have the option for it. It's even less the amount of cars that have the option for the wireless CarPlay and the Android counterpart. This also has to do with, depending on which iPhone you have, you might not have the feature available. But obviously, the more time that time passes, the more mitigated this situation is, and the better it becomes for us as consumers. The other one I'm going to be talking about is battery drain. This is an obvious one because obviously if you have your phone connected wirelessly through your stereo, then obviously in order to be able to project that image on your screen, it has to do processing. It has to be working even if it's locked. So it's obviously going to drain battery. This is something that a lot of car manufacturers have dealt with by when they give you wireless CarPlay, they also give you a wireless charger, so you can mitigate that, at least somewhat try to mitigate that issue. Although I am going to have my opinions for Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis, which is basically, they're all in the same umbrella. Those three companies are really just one large company. You guys offer wireless CarPlay, no wireless charging pad, and wireless charging pad, but if you want CarPlay or Android Auto, you got to plug your phone in. So no matter what, you're wasting something. What's going on there? I mean, let's switch that up. I know you guys are giving the small screens wireless CarPlay, and the large screen has to be plugged in, but I'm giving you the wireless charger. You know, I'm sure you can switch that feature up to give the larger screen wireless CarPlay, and then the other one you have to plug it in, because honestly, that's the most illogical thing I've ever seen on a vehicle. I don't know why to this point new cars from both Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia are still being sold the same way. The only conclusion that I can get to is that you have people making decisions who are not tech-oriented, making those decisions. So for them, it's no difference because they have no idea what we're talking about. So I'm giving them that as an excuse. If that's not the reason why they're doing it, I honestly don't know what the reason is. The other one is limited functionality. Before I get to the wireless connectivity issues, is the limited functionality. I always use the Apple Music app, and the MLB app is the ones that I use the most on CarPlay. The issue that I have with the MLB app is that first I have to open it on my phone, which completely defeats the purpose of having the app on the actual screen of the car, because I have to open the app first on my phone in order for it to like log in to my account from MLB, for it to know that I can actually hear the broadcast from each game that I wanna, from whichever game I wanna go ahead and watch. The other problem is with the Apple Music, and in the case of the Apple Music, is that there is no easy way, especially in my case. You know, I'm bilingual. I like to listen to both Spanish music and music in English, and I cannot switch the languages back and forth, because if, for example, I want to listen to something in English and it's said in Spanish, it's not going to understand, and the same vice versa. So it's a real problem. But then again, since it's probably so few people that have the issue, that's why I'm pretty sure they haven't done anything about it. So hopefully they will get to it someday. But I'm not holding my hope. I'm not keeping my hopes up for that. The last one is the connectivity issues, and this one for me is a big problem. And for those of you who criticized that I smack Samsung around for the fake moon pictures, I'm going to smack Apple in this video. And the problem with the connectivity issues are, I don't want to say that they're increasing, because I know it's not entirely their control, but I have been having a lot of issues. It disconnects when I'm in a highway, stuff like that. And I have started looking around to see if there's anything that I can maybe pinpoint to be a reason for maybe causing connectivity issues, or being some sort of signal jammer, or the signal might get crossed up with whatever. And the only thing that I can find in most places, the common denominator, is cell towers. And if cell towers cause wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto to disconnect, then the whole project has failed. It's a failed project, because the only thing that I will connect to my CarPlay is my phone. Same as Android users, the only thing that they're going to connect is their phone. And if it's going to get crossed up, the signals are going to get crossed up with the cell towers, then what's the point of having wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto? My possible solution might be, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to find any information on this, but I'm pretty sure that in order to save costs, all of the cars that have wireless CarPlay and all of the third-party stereos that have wireless CarPlay, they probably use a 2.4 gigahertz band. And it's getting saturated. That causes connection issues. That's why they moved over to 5 gigahertz, and that's why Wi-Fi 6E is starting to use a 6 gigahertz band. So I'm guessing that is probably the reason also. That is something that is beyond Apple's control. But if, let's say, they can do something software-wise to try to help the connection stay more reliable, or maybe with the next iteration of Bluetooth, they can make it so they don't need to connect through the Wi-Fi of a stereo. So you don't need Wi-Fi on car stereo. So it's since Bluetooth is more end-to-end, that should be more reliable. At least every time it disconnects from the Wi-Fi, it automatically connects through the Bluetooth. So I do have that alternative. But then again, when I connect through Bluetooth, it's not CarPlay. It's just the Bluetooth connection that my stereo provides. And just so you know, my car did not bring Apple CarPlay, neither wired nor wireless. I bought a third-party option. I believe the brand is Pioneer. Yeah, Pioneer. Yeah. It's Pioneer. But my spouse has a brand new, or last year's, Hyundai Tucson. And the Hyundai Tucson connects with wireless CarPlay, and she has had the same issues. My cousin has a Ford Bronco Sport, has the same issues. So This has nothing to do with which car brand is making them. I'm pretty sure that it's more who's making the stereo. And again, this my conclusion is that you have persons doing something that don't care about tech that much. So they have no idea what they're putting in. They're just thinking about it cannot cost me any more than this. So this is what I'm going to use in order to be able to do that. Although for Apple, and here comes my big criticism, I will gladly deal with you not bringing me any more CarPlay feature, quote unquote, feature updates if you guys do something to make the connection more reliable. Like last year, they announced this thing that, oh, CarPlay will be able to take over all your screens. If you have multiple screens on your cars, it'll be able to take over all of it and make it, give it an Apple look. Nobody cares about that. All I wanted, and either way, what's the point if it's going to keep dropping and it's going to keep disconnecting? Then I got to deal with the old theme. I don't know if it's going to be automatically switching in the case of my instrument cluster. Hopefully it will. But, you know, if we have these connectivity issues, nobody's going to want to use it anyways. Make it more reliable, then keep adding features. Unless, of course, their idea is let's just add whatever features we can add, and at the end, we'll deal and make it more stable. I don't know if that's their idea. I don't think so. Apple has never worked that way. But anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been having these issues. If you guys have been having the same issues, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. While you're down there, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. Remember, if you have a YouTube or Gmail account, if you have a Google or Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. So go ahead, sign in on your app or your favorite browser, and you can go ahead and subscribe. That subscribe and is very important, as also the only way that you can actually smash that like button is by subscribing. So anyways, as always, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at J.R. Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news and rumors about tech. Until next time.